Okay, so today we are going to be doing a review. Finally have been able to use these Graf shoulder pads long enough to actually warrant a review. That makes me really happy because these are probably a pair of the best shoulder pads I've ever used. There's only just a slight offness to them. One was obviously the neck protector right here. It felt like I was wearing a turtleneck. It literally was. It was so tight. I could barely get it around my head, so I actually had to cut this out. But we'll get back to that on it later on. This is the Graf GS shoulder pads. These are about as pro stock as you can get without being pro stock. These are retail, but you know, if a pro player used these, trust me, they'd be very well protected. I used to have the Bauer Defender Pros that came from the Coyote sale that I gave to a friend. They're exactly like these, same stiffness, just great fit. Even this little flap right here to protect the little gap between your shoulder pads and the elbow pads where they meet. So let's go ahead and break into it. If you notice one thing, the shoulder caps are gone. That's because I removed them. What I was going to do is I was going to make them a little lower because they originally set up here like this, and I wanted to make them a little bit extended downward, but these shoulder caps are pretty hard, and I wanted to figure out a way to kind of cut this, you know, plastic piece off and just add foam in there. But there's a guy who's going to be sending me a pair of Warrior shoulder caps, the ones that come with the foam already on them that the pros use. So I'm just going to take those and attach them here and not have to worry about it. So these shoulder caps, I don't know what I'll do with them. I won't be needing them. I've been playing without the shoulder caps already for about a month already, and it's actually pretty cool. The only time I had an issue was when a guy corkscrewed me and I fell directly on my shoulder without a cap. It was directly with the shoulder and it just hurt like hell. Let's see here. These come with an extended part right here that attaches to it. That's Velcro right there. You attach it. It's called an ab protector. It literally extends about this far. This space right here, about 4 or 5 inches. I didn't like it because it was clashing with the ab protector from my Warrior Hustlers. So it just made no sense to have two. And then this one would just kind of flip out. So it looked like my belly was like a board or something. It was just flipping outward. So I removed it. I planned to do something else with it and attach it on the back, but I accidentally left it on the bench. By the time I got to the bench after our game, there was a high school game going on. The coach wouldn't let me behind the bench and it got thrown away. So, oh well, my loss. Again, we'll go ahead and go back over here. See, this is the original, you know, little protector right here, but I had to remove it just to be able to make it fit. Now I just got to go over with the lace and cover that so it doesn't look so exposed and gross. If you noticed the little green part to it, Graf is actually the first company to do the silver shield, that, as Warrior calls it. It's a antimicrobial shield. It's green. Bauer and Warrior kind of copied it, and it's actually amazing. I love it. It holds no smell to it. It's EVA foams, so it's memory foams, very protective with the you know, the little caps on them, the plastic caps on them to help protect a little more. It's fantastic. They don't get smelly at all, and it just feels great up against the skin, or you know, in my case with my Under Armour. Probably one of the best shoulder pads I've used. The arm pads, they're great. This one is really protective. It's nicely curved to actually fit with the arm, unlike my old DR shoulder pads where, you know, it was just flat and it kind of stuck out really weird. I love this because a shot came up high and just kind of bounced off of it. I love it. Plus, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I tend to stick it in front of the net, and I take a lot of you know, cross checks to the arm, and this really protects right where the pads meet, where there is no padding. The back is great. It's got a floating spine protector. This one is really tough. It's ribbed and has memory foam on the up, hard, thick plastic on the bottom, and really dispenses damage. It's got some ventilation right here. It doesn't really do very much. I think I could probably unsew this and it'll just be this. I don't want to do it. I don't really want to mess with it, but you know, it really protects, especially when you stand in front of the net like I do. Really helps out. As far as the straps, these have really good, strong, durable straps. No issues have been had with these straps. Nothing wrong with them. No fraying yet, no anything. They just feel amazing. You know, they really cover the body. And they put enough strap in here to make sure that you get, you know, however type of feel you fit, whether it's a nice tight feel or, you know, a nice loose feel. Another thing that really sold me on these was this. This is a Velcro strap right here that attaches the forearm pad, so you can make it longer or make it shorter depending on the length of your arms. So you could be like, you know, the type of guy who has really long arms, or you can extend it and still be covered under the shoulder cap, or you can you know, make it shorter, and that way it doesn't clash with your elbow pads. I love that. This is a fit that I really like, and you know, it doesn't mess with my shoulder pads. It's fantastic. I love it. I can't say anything bad about it. Also right here, this is a nice little hard cap surrounded by two thick pieces of memory foam up here and inside as well to really protect. I love it. You know, it works as a pretty good shoulder cap, but not well enough because it just kind of covers, you know, part of the collarbone and you know, towards the shoulder, so I don't have to worry there. The cover right here is great. Very good collarbone protection in case anything happens, and the back, like I said, just feels fantastic. Durability, I'm going to give these a 5 out of 5. With some of the areas that I go into, it's just feels really good to know that you are protected when you fall. These really do protect. I actually have seen a couple of guys who play, you know, in higher level leagues, young guys who play travel teams, contact leagues, and they use these at my suggestion. They say it's the best shoulder pad they've ever used. It's great. Also, another thing right here, look at this segment right here. This is some of that AirNet foam, and then underneath it is another series of foam right there as well. It's great, and also this extends really well, really well. This really covers your body. It's fantastic. Protection, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Probably the best shoulder pad, like I said, that I've used. That is not a pro stock one. I'm really excited at the fact that I've gotten to use it. I'm going to be really sad when I have to give it up, because I know GS, the Graf GS line, has been kind of moved away from this style to something different. And it's just, I love it. I love it. The look, it's nice, clean, black and white look. No stains, no anything, no yellowing, which is fantastic. And I don't have to worry about, you know, like with certain shoulder pads where they start to look like shit, like yellow. It's really weird, really gross. Not these, have not had that issue. And that's about it. I mean, these shoulder pads I definitely recommend, especially if you play a high level of contact hockey. These will protect you the best. And all, you know, basically my only gripe was the shoulder caps, because I hurt someone with them. But other than that, get them. You know, definitely get them. Graf shoulder pads, GS line, you're gonna love them, and it's probably the best amount of money that you'll spend. I bought these on sale at Total Hockey for about 50 bucks shipped, so I definitely do suggest getting them. You're gonna love them if you do. Cheers.